All right, good afternoon, YouTube. So what I want to do today is show you how to replace a piece of a locking mechanism in the door locks from Andersen. That's A-N-D-E-R-S-E-N. These are very, they're not easily, it's not easy to figure out how to use them. Somebody usually has to show you how to use it. It's not intuitively known, but we were entertaining this weekend, and we had some guests over, and somebody ended up breaking one of the locks here. This is a thumb knob here that turns, and if you don't do it, see, if I close this door, if I turn this, you see it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. There's a method to where you have to pull up on this handle to turn this knob to get it to go in the lock, and the same for unlocking it. So 1 second, and I'll give you an example. All right, so as I said, in order to lock this, my wife is holding the camera so I can actually do it. But as you see, the knob doesn't turn. What you're supposed to do is push up on the handle and then turn the knob, right? And that locks the door. Same with unlocking it. You push up, you turn it. If you torque too hard on this, it breaks apart inside of here, known as a lock actuator. And if you're not sure what a lock actuator does, it actuates the lock. So little education there for you. But what I'm going to show today, the purpose of this video, is to show you how to replace the locking mechanism inside of here, known as the lock actuator. I got a replacement part for the basement, and you can see how this one turns, and I'm going to show you how the one in the basement turns to show you what I mean. So that's it for now. All right, so we are in my basement where I have the broken lock. As you can see, this just turns freely. I've already taken out the device that was broken in here, the lock actuator, but if someone torques too hard on this without lifting this handle, it will snap that little actuator that's inside of here and cause it to not work. And then your door will basically be unlocked. People can walk into your house. So people can walk into my house now if they want to. So this is what the broken piece looks like. So you see the two pieces are now separate. So that's the inside that housed the arm, and somebody torqued too hard on it. And this is the other side. So you can see how that was welded on the inside of that, like that. And someone torqued and broke it. So this is the replacement piece. So we're going to just, I've already taken my piece out, but if your door has not been, if you haven't taken yours apart to take this out, I'll show you how I did that, and I'll show you how I put this in. So the first thing we're going to want to do is take off your handle. So your handle has a little Allen wrench joint under here, and the size of that is 1/8 inch. All right, and I've already got it over here. So I'm going to use that Allen wrench to open up my handle, or just unscrew my handle. I don't want to I don't want to take the screw all the way out. I just want to loosen it up so that the handle pops out. I can pull the handle out. And make sure your door is open before you do this. If you do it when your door is shut, you're not gonna be able to open your door. So make sure you open that door. There we go. All right. So now I'm going to continue loosening my handle until I can pull out that handle. Again, you don't have to pull it all the way out, but it just needs to be enough so that you can slide that handle off of the base. So I think that's enough. There we go. So you see it slides out there, sliding that right out. And the other side is secure still. So I'm just going to lay this handle down for right now. Lay my Allen wrench down. Show you what the door looks like. So this goes into the handle here. So I want to take off these two screws, this top screw and this screw here. Okay. And I'll do that now. Hopefully I can do that quickly here. Okay. All right, so those screws are out. I'm gonna pull those out. And once these screws are out, this entire handle, the bracket area here, this entire bracket, the door handle bracket will be able to be taken out. I'm gonna lay these two screws down that held it in, and I'm gonna show you the back of it. So you see this section right here. This is the section on the back of your doorknob where the lock actuator bar, this piece here, that seats down into here like this. Just like that. You see that? That's how it looks when you get it installed. And the plus portion of this goes inside there and gets put around that little area inside of there. So let me quickly show you what I did to take out my other lock actuator. It'll clear up any points of confusion you have. So these two screws here and this bolt here, this bracket, come out. Now my old lock actuator, the cap of it, this portion right here, right there, that was stuck inside of there. Okay? So I had to unscrew this, which I'm going to do now, and take this out. And then once I have it unscrewed, I can. And by the way, I'm not a locksmith or anything. I just like to try to figure things out if I can, because in this day and age, saving money is a good thing. And I know that locksmiths around my area charge $100 just to make the service call before they even diagnose. It's $100 automatically. So I just, when I can, I know some things are over my head, but some things I can figure out. So I kind of got to digging around in here and saw that part had snapped. Did some research on the part, ordered the part, got the part, and now I'm installing it. So I'm just going to lay this phone down because I can't really take these two screws out very well with it on. But I'll show you whenever I have this plate out and these two screws. I'll be right back. All right, now I'm back. So as you can see here, inside of there is a little metal bracket that's got 2 points on it. And that is where the lock actuator, this part right here, touches against that. So that goes in there just like that. Just like that. It seats just like that. And the bracket and the bolts go right over top of it. Okay? They're gonna get screwed right over top of it. So I'm gonna do that now. So you see what I'm saying? I'm gonna put these plates, this plate and these two screws back into here and screw them down so that the arm comes through that circle in the middle of this plate and sticks out. And I'll be right back when that gets done. All right, so once I have it installed, you see what it looks like here. So I have the nuts or the screws back in, I have the plate down, and I have the new lock actuator seated behind it, okay? Again, the plus lines up nicely with the plate behind it, and then this sticks out, and this is what goes into the doorknob, okay? So this part is done. I've tightened these screws enough, so now I'm gonna get the handle back on, and I will be back when I get the handle back on. And one thing I forgot to show, because it kind of stuck in the door, is the bottom of this bracket has a little plastic-ish piece that goes into the hole on the bottom. So mine was already stuck into the door, but it would go up here like this, and then this plastic piece, just make sure that this is on there before you seat that over this bolt there, okay? And this handle would go secured to that. All right, so just making sure you know that. So I'm gonna get this attached to the door, and I'm gonna get this attached back to the door handle, and then we will try the lock, and we will see how it works, and I'll be back. And one more thing I forgot to mention, which is pretty important. Make sure before you begin screwing your bracket into the door, make sure the arms that are coming out seat correctly into the slots, okay? There's the one slot, and here's the other slot for the locking mechanism, for the lock actuator. You see how it's going into that hole here? So push them and make sure they seat correctly. There it is. So that is nice inside. So I will get this screw screwed in, I'll get this screw screwed in, and I will get the handle put on and torqued down with the Allen wrench, and then we'll test it. I'll be back. All right, so as you can see, the handle has been put back on, the bracket, the plate has been put back on. So now we're gonna test the door knob to see if it works. Skip over here a little bit. All right, so you see it does have pressure now. It's not turning freely. And if I lift the handle, the door now locks. If I want to unlock it, lift up the handle, turn it to unlock it. To open it, push down. So that's how you replace a lock actuator inside of an Andersen. Again, that's the Andersen style door, where you need to push up on the door handle in order to lock and unlock your door. I hope this helps. If you like the video, like and subscribe, and we'll see you at my next step-by-step.